Veterans Affairs, the first major federal agency to require all frontline healthcare employees be vaccinated. A 900% spike in COVID cases among migrants in the Texas Rio Grande Valley has led Homeland Security to make a change.
No press conference or camera announcement yesterday. DHS just quietly releasing a statement that they're resuming a Trump-era policy accelerating the procedure of removing families, saying, quote, certain family units who are not able to be expelled under Title 42 will be placed in expedited removal proceedings.
Fox's Griff Jenkins. Iraq's prime minister went to the White House, where President Biden said the U.S. combat mission will end by the end of the year, but unlike the troop withdrawal from Afghanistan, Americans will stay in Iraq.
They continue to train, to assist, to help, and to deal with ISIS.
China's crackdown on pro-democracy protests in Hong Kong has led to a terror conviction. Fox's Simon Owen has more live.
Dave, a 24-year-old man has become the first person to be convicted under a security law China's central government imposed on Hong Kong last year. Tong Yin-kit was accused of driving a motorbike into a group of police officers while carrying a flag featuring a protest slogan calling for Hong Kong's liberation. He's been convicted of terrorism and inciting secession, and he could be jailed for life when he's sentenced at a later date. Dave?
Simon, former U.S. Senator Mike Enzi has died. The Republican from Wyoming suffered a broken neck in a biking accident Friday. He was 77. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Good Tuesday morning. Another wet start to the morning commute. If you're getting ready to head out through 75 in Northport, keep in mind there's going to be some slick spots out there and some rain coming down, especially along Ponce de Leon Boulevard if you're heading out that way on the overpass. Looking clear along 75 down through Port Charlotte all the way into Lee and Collier counties, and no issues out on the alley if you're making a ride toward the East Coast this morning. Another wet commute in Marco Island as well, though, if you're heading out right now through San Marco Road or Collier Boulevard. Just keep in mind to see some slick spots out there. 41 running up to speed, and we're not seeing any issues out on the area bridges. Aside from the Cape Coral Bridge, westbound into the Cape, a little bit slower out there right now. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Happy Tuesday, Southwest Florida. Well, after a chance for a few showers throughout this morning, look out for scattered thunderstorms developing yet again for this afternoon with a partly cloudy sky. Temperatures today close to our average for this time of year with the high near 92 degrees. However, the humidity will be making it feel more like in the triple digits for some of us by the afternoon. As we head into your Wednesday morning, things staying mild for the overnight time frame, waking up to a low near 78 degrees to kick off the day for tomorrow. A few showers possible once again through the morning with scattered storms for the afternoon in a high of 93 degrees. We keep it the daily chance for scattered storms through Thursday, Friday, and also into the upcoming weekend. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
The news you need, the host you trust, getting it right all day and all night. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Pandemic, market drops, elections. Don't let the noise and fear distract you. Where do you go for clarity in uncertain times? I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's financial planner. For experience, advice on planning for retirement, visit savingtheinvestor.com.
True relief for back and neck pain.
Back or neck pain is not just unpleasant, it can be debilitating, preventing you from performing your daily routine and even confining you to bed. In decades past, patients suffering from spinal issues were often just given pain medication, spinal injections, and when they did not heal, often underwent spinal surgery. Luckily, there is now another option, non-surgical spinal decompression. At Johnson Spinal Care 596 Back, we use an advanced technology to apply a completely safe unloading force to relieve nerve compression associated with bulging herniated discs, sciatica, stenosis, scoliosis, neuropathy. This award-winning approach, safe for any age, has gained international praise from physicians for its success. Complete pain relief is achievable. Johnson Spinal Care is here to serve you. Call our Medicare-friendly office today for an immediate, no-charge telephone consultation. 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Every athlete ready to compete this summer is a miracle of decades of sweat, practice, and reimagining what's possible. At Closet Factory, we applaud all of them. because even though we'll never fly through the air doing handsprings or glide in the 100-meter butterfly, our team of designers, fabricators, and installers have spent decades pushing our focus discipline so that our customers can live as smoothly, gracefully, and powerfully as possible. So join Closet Factory in our appreciation of the summer spirit and in saying, let's go USA.
Enjoy the energizing power of the outdoors. We recommend a mid-morning break in nature. So get outside and make your morning break better with a Nature Valley granola bar.
When was the last time you checked in on your insurance? Give CIG a chance to review your current coverage and find you better rates. Hi, this is Brian Chapman at Chapman Insurance Group. My team and I are dedicated to finding you the best suited coverage at the best rates. Give us an opportunity to quote your home, auto, business, or flood policy. I'm confident we can save you money for the same or better coverage. Qualified agents are standing by. Visit CIGFlorida.com or call an office near you today. Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Port Charlotte, and Punta Gorda. CIGFlorida.com.
Jason and Todd believe in value. They're direct diamond importers and hand select each diamond directly from the cutters. By cutting out the middlemen, the Diamond District offers the best quality diamonds at the lowest prices, and they pass that savings on to you.
At the Diamond District.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad to see you here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live. DrewSteele.com. That's the website. Steele has 3 E's. We do appreciate you watching this very program. Going to the website, DrewSteele.com. There you can click the link and subscribe to the podcast. We appreciate that. You just have to look for Drew Steele there on your favorite podcast platform, and you can find us. And then subscribing. Again, we do appreciate it. If you missed our interview yesterday with the great one, Mark Levin, we will have the replay of that coming up at 6:35, talking about American Marxism and what an important book. And look, ultimately, it's going to be what we do as individuals and what we do locally that will decide what the future will hold for this country. It's easy for us to look to somebody who's going to be sent to Washington, D.C., and they're going to fix all the problems when the problems are originating from Washington, D.C. They're part of the problem. So understanding that, then it's easy to kind of make this about the micro instead of the macro and say, what are we doing here in Southwest Florida? How much are we doing here to keep an eye on those that are elected here in Southwest Florida? That if we want to get rid of critical race theory, if we want to get rid of Marxism, which is flat out what is happening in this country, as Mark Levin describes, and you'll hear at 6:35. The way to do that is to stand up to them locally in community and also on a federal level. We can do both. We can chew gum and walk and chew gum at the same time. It doesn't matter if you're chewing gum and walking or walking and chewing gum at the same time. It's just an expression, but you get it. And so you'll hear that interview coming up in just a few more minutes, 6:35, the replay of Mark Levin, who joined us yesterday, talking about American Marxism. A criminal referral for Dr. Fauci? Why? Well, look at this. Senator Rand Paul officially now sent a criminal referral to the U.S. Department of Justice late last week, lying to Congress. That's what he is alleging. And he has said it before. Sent it to Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, so you know how far this is going to go. Listen, it's not going to go anywhere, but the point is being made. Potentially violated a U.S. code that states whoever makes any materially false, fictitious, or fraudulent statement or representation as part of any investigation or review conducted pursuant to the authority of any committee, subcommittee, commission, or office of the Congress, consistent with applicable rules of the House or Senate, is subject to criminal fines and imprisonment of up to 5 years. Again, is it going to happen? But he talks about the gain-of-function research in the Wuhan Institute of Virology, that it did happen, that in May of 2016, the National Science Advisory Board for Biosecurity released a report entitled Recommendations for the Evaluation and Oversight of Proposed Gain-of-Function Research, and it stated that the term gain-of-function is generally used to refer to changes resulting in the acquisition of new or an enhancement of existing biological phenotypes. He goes on to talk about what they were doing in the lab, all the things that the Fauci, Rand Paul, part 2 and part 3, all the different times that they went toe-to-toe there up in Capitol Hill over this very issue, and how even factcheck.org, not exactly a right-leaning site, looking at the issue of the NIH funding and saying, it depends on how you spin this thing. Wait, if you're fact-checking, aren't there the facts and then there's, I'm sorry, there's your truth and your facts. Okay. They covered this whole funding controversy. And by the way, this is all from the dailywire.com as they reported on this. They said the answer to whether NIH funding was directed to the Wuhan lab and used to further gain-of-function research. Well, it depends on whom you ask. And the definition of gain-of-function, really. The funding claim revolves around a 6-figure grant. What did they do? The NIH provided money to a group called EcoHealth. Remember, we've been talking about that for a while. And they took the money and directed it towards a project at the Wuhan Institute. And even the Washington Post and one columnist named Josh Rogan who said, look, Rand Paul's right and Fauci's wrong. The NIH was funding gain-of-function research in Wuhan, and they pretended it didn't meet the gain-of-function definition to avoid their own oversight mechanism. So sorry, not sorry if you don't like it. Doesn't fit with the narrative, but there are more and more people that realize what was going on. And when challenged, you can't do it. So, again, where is it going to go? It's going to Merrick Garland. I would imagine being somebody who plays politics as opposed to getting down to the truth and the facts of the matter. It's not going to go anywhere. But we still have pushback and questions like Jen Psaki yesterday. Jen Psaki circling back.
I hate to disappoint you, but I will have to circle back with you on that as well. Circle back?
Yeah.
Circle back?
Yeah, so for some, they understand the reference. But so circling back, well, she's not really circling back, but telling us a couple of things about looking into masking. Is everybody ready to mask up again? How many? Jake the millennial. Jake had this, it was just awesome, just near the end of our whole masking issues and the mask mandates and everything. He had this fantastic, I don't want to say it was bejeweled, because that's not really the right way to put it, but it was like this customized mask. You spent some extra money on it, you were all excited, and then all of a sudden the mask mandates went away, and now where is it?
It's in my car.
It's in his car. So you're prepared just in case it all comes back. Because certainly we know from the first time around how mask mandates kept everything at bay. I mean, if it wasn't for mask mandates, we wouldn't be where we are today or yesterday, or we're still looking for proof that they, but don't worry about it. Listen, it's okay, because somehow, some way, they're going to make this right. We going back to this, Jen Psaki was asked.
Dr. Fauci said yesterday that recommending that the vaccinated wear masks is under active consideration. I was wondering, where do things stand with that conversation? And then also COVID-related, considering the administration is not moving at the moment to lift the restrictions on travel because of the Delta variant, is the administration wearing broader recommendations on telling Americans, and I know there are some places like the UK, but don't go.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about that as well, the travel restrictions issue. That's going to be coming up in just a second. So here's Jen Psaki's answer on the White House and considering mask mandates once again. And
Well, first, I would say for any of these recommendations, we are always going to be guided by our North Star, and that is the CDC and our health and medical experts. So,
well, okay, so already we're following the North Star, which is the CDC. And others, and oh boy, are there any other stars? How about North by Northwest? Is that a good star? Can we use that one instead?
As I said last week, having an active, it would be actually surprising and odd if our health and medical experts were not having an active discussion.
Yeah, it sure would if they weren't talking and saying, now what do we do? What's going to happen now? How's it going? Mask mandates. We don't have any evidence that they work, but can we make stuff up? No, they're not saying anything like that. They're not making anything up. You just do it because Well, they're getting together and they're talking about it.
How to best protect the American people. And there, of course, is an active discussion about a range of steps that can be taken, as there has been from the first day of this administration. Certainly, the surge in cases among unvaccinated because of the Delta variant prompts, even more discussion about what actions can be taken.
Hey, are you talking about the surge in cases of the vaccinated? Is that coming up as well? I mean, that's out there. And again, this is information, everybody. That's all this is. I'm just putting out the information. I am putting out what I see and what I hear and what I am finding out, and then I'm letting you make the decisions. And then I question some of the decisions that are being made by the experts and based on what they have. For example, they're actively considering doing mask mandates again and talking about that. And I ask for the millionth time, can we see the evidence that show that mask mandates work? They don't exist. They don't exist. But it's feel good. I mean, especially if you're vaccinated and masking up, and then, well, maybe you just don't leave your house and maybe just stay. Maybe you should stock up on toilet paper because we don't know what's going to happen. I mean, where are we going? Again, that's being brought up. Another issue of the mask mandates. But when we come back, let's take a break, Jay, because when we come back, I want to get to this, the travel restriction issue. How about this? How about what she said, Jen Psaki, yesterday about the consideration of travel restrictions and what has happened specifically with certain areas of the globe where travel is just not going to happen right now. We can't do it because of the Delta variant and letting people in the U.S. There's a big open question mark there when you talk about letting people in the United States and travel restrictions. Think about it. You probably know where I'm going with this coming up. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here's Therese O'Shea.
Good Tuesday morning. Another wet start to the morning commute. If you're getting ready to head out through 75 in Northport, keep in mind there's going to be some slick spots out there and some rain coming down, especially along Ponce de Leon Boulevard.